police unconditionally because they were behind it and he's a police officer. But those are desperate acts. They change nothing. They just pick the people more a burden.
Just on that, you have been claiming that he's after the life.
Who else do you think will be after my life? The answer is you all know the answer. I did not add anything more.
On matters of action, you had said that
Yes. Yes. I said they need to dismantle that unit. I didn't want to name the building because there are people there doing businesses, and you'll be putting that building and the people in that building into danger. I'm giving the government time to dismantle that unit on the 21st floor of that particular building. I said the officer is called Abel. He is a cousin to somebody very senior in this administration. The cousin now knows that we know him. So I have a feeling, I'm not sure, that the decision by the president to admit that the abductions and he'll stop them are quite informed by what I said, because we are getting nearer to the truth. So, but since the president spoke now, it's almost 64 hours. The people have not been released. We would like these young people to spend the new year with their families. So, Mr. President, you said utakomesha, lakini hawa watoto bado hufika nyumbani. Order their release from wherever they are. Waende nyumbani, wakae na wazazi wao, washerekee mwaka mpya. You know, their parents are in anguish, they are in agony. Kusema utakomesha is not enough. You need to actually do it by having those young people released. And as I said, it doesn't matter how many people you abduct, it doesn't matter how many meetings you disrupt, unless the president deals with the issues that have made the people of Kenya very angry, he's wasting his time. Even if you abduct the whole country, as long as those issues are outstanding, and they have everything to do with poor economic management, theft of public funds, corruption, state capture, and lack of respect for the people of Kenya. Hii kutukana watu wa Kenya, kusema wako na mapepo, calling them stupid, those are the issues that you have to deal with. Even if you abduct young people, it will not solve any problem. It will not.
Many people are lost confidence in this regime that you had before. And I think it's here now that no one believes this guy. There is a tendency, tell the parents, I'm going to stop abductions, but take responsibility for your children. Do you believe it's going to stop?
Well, the president is speaking from both sides of the mouth. He needs to just address abductions. That is what is the work of government. How people bring up their children, I think the president leave parents to take care of their children the way they know. We don't want too much government into people's lives. The president even wants to tell parents how to bring up their children. I mean, surely, you know, it's lack of respect for the people of Kenya. Nikosea watu heshima. Unataka kuniambia vile mimi nitalea mtoto yangu? Rais tumekuchagua utengeneze uchumi, sio kutuambia vile tutalea watoto. These children have no problem. They are just pointing out the ills in society. And let me ask the young people, let me take this opportunity when I'm here in Kakamega County to tell our children, the Gen Zs, the millennials, what you are doing is very good on social media. But it's not enough. These young people, because they have shown patriotism and commitment to liberate our country through the power of the online space, I want to plead with them to go a step further, to take IDs and register as voters. This young generation will sort out the political problems of this country once and for all in 2027. I want to appeal to them wherever they are, that they are doing a good job. But to complete what they are doing and to make it meaningful, we need regime change. And that will come through the ballot. Much as they are doing a very good job on social media, on the X space, much as they are doing very good on TikTok, that is only a certain percentage. But the real job to liberate this country and bring good governance will take place in August 2027. And the young people, who are the majority, have a huge responsibility to sort out this country for us and for themselves, because they are the future of this country. They must register as voters, they must take IDs, and they must leave their homes by 3 a.m. on election day and queue and sort out this country once and for all. That is my New Year message to our young people. That is my plea to them, that we are very happy with what they are doing. They are very courageous, they are very patriotic, but that is not enough. They must go a step further. They must register as voters, and they must come out and join the rest of Kenyans to put a good government into office in 2027. I think you have the answer. If you listen to the people of Kenya, it's an answer I don't need to tell you. You can hear what everybody is saying. Everybody is disappointed that all the promises that were given have turned out to be lies. And bad as it is to lie with those promises, we continue lying to the people more and more. You have seen the things that are going on in the health sector. You have seen the housing program. That housing program has nothing to do with houses for the people of Kenya. It's about business. Very senior people in government have shares in a company that is manufacturing cement, steel, and iron sheets. And that is why the government wants this housing program to go on. That is why there is a housing levy to get enough money so that the people in the housing department, they force the contractor to sign a subcontract for the supply of cement, steel, and iron sheets with a company where very senior people in this government have shares. That is why if you look at clinker was being imported and cement was retailing at 600 shillings. Because of conflict of interest, senior officials in this administration have shares in a company that is manufacturing clinker. And therefore, they stopped the importation of clinker and said clinker will be manufactured here locally. As a result, the price of cement shot from 600 to 900. That 300 shillings, people in government are having a part of it. So you find decisions are being made, not in the national interest, not in the interest of the country, but because of business interests by people in government. And that is where the housing program is being forced down the throats of Kenya. People are saying we don't want, we can put our own houses. The work of government is not to build houses, it's to give services, water, electricity, sewage, roads, security, good business environment. The work of putting up houses is for the private sector. But because of vested interest in the building sector, where people have acquired shares in companies that sell cement, steel, and mabati, the government forces the people of Kenya to give money for that program to continue so that they can continue enriching themselves by doing business in those items that are being used in the housing program.
No, I wish to know whether it's discussion when former President Ruto, the current President Ruto, when it comes, and as a result, the allies of former President that have interest have been brought into government. Does it disturb you?
Why would I? Yeah. Why would it disturb me? Since those people came into government, has the prices of unga gone down? Have abduction stopped? Nothing. I'm not disturbed. I'm not even bothered. It's not even. It's a non-issue as far as I'm concerned. And change of ministers in this government is musical chairs. And I said when I had an interview with NTV, it's pointless. The president makes all the decisions himself. So even if you keep on changing ministers, you bring so and so, you move. It's a game of musical chairs. It has no impact into the overall management of the affairs of this country because all the decisions are made by the president. So it doesn't. It matters less who is minister and who is not.
Does that mean that also you are looking for a shorter project? Because he also has, his own share.
Well, I have not heard President Ruto Kenyatta says he's interested in leading this country. He's retired. So I don't know how would be overlooking him because he's a retired president. We have not seen him participate in politics. So I don't know how his meeting with President William Ruto would affect leadership or politics in this country. He's a retired president, and as far as I am concerned, a meeting between two leaders is as good. There's nothing wrong with it.
What is the relationship prior to this former president after he was elected? We decided who is in the president.
I have asked you whether you want to believe anything that has been said by this government. I don't want to dignify such ridiculous accusations by way of an answer. Uhuru is our son, and he's our leader back at home, and we respect him for the work he has done for this country, and we continue respecting him for what he did for this country.
I'm asking this question because completely, when you took over, the Pinapanda government took over, you're on the record defending the government that you inherited in offer. So that's why the government was unable to carry out some development projects. So are you defending the government out of ignorance or because that time?
I was defending because that is the situation that was presented then. But 1 year down the line, I found we had lost focus, and we were doing things that are not a priority to the people of Kenya because of state capture. The housing program, for example, the changing of the university model, a model that was working, the doing away with the NHIF and bringing a new system called SHIF, when there is no proper interrogation of how it can work. So I was defending because we came in having certain intentions to right what we thought was wrong. But along the way, I found that most of the things that we were doing were not in national interest. And I started saying no. And that is when I started having a problem with the president by saying, no, this is not right. Let's listen to the people of Kenya. The finance bill, Kenyans are opposed to it. I just I was listening to the people, and saying this is what the people are saying. And that is where we started having disagreements, because I was insisting that we must listen to the people of Kenya and follow what they are saying.
Namshukran Mheshimiwa Rigathi Gachagua, naitwa Sajida Javan kutoka Mobile Radio hapa Kakamega. Swali langu litahusiana kwamba tangu ulipoweza kubanduliwa mamlakani na mwenzio naibu wa rais wa sasa Profesa Kithure Kindiki akaweza kuteuliwa kama naibu rais, je, mlikuwa na mahusiano mazuri sana? Je, uhusiano huo ungalipo baina yako na Mheshimiwa Rigathi Gachagua? Swali la kwanza. Swali la pili, alipoteuliwa siku ya kuapisha pale KICC, Rais William Ruto alisikika akisema kwamba hakuwa na yule msaidizi wa kumsaidia kuweza kuelimisha Wakenya kuhusiana na miradi ya serikali. Tayari ushataja baadhi ya ajenda za serikali ya Kenya Kwanza. Je, kuweza kujua kuhusiana na miradi hii na baadaye tukapata sakata mbalimbali kama vile Adani